Are you ready? Yeah!
You are listening to NetSupport Radio, the home of our award-winning school IT management solutions. NetSupport, all the elements for successful school IT management.
Hi there, Mark Anderson, ICT Evangelist here, and I'm really excited to be working here at NetSupport today. I'm hosting NetSupport Radio. I'm here with Al Kingsley. We've been working really hard, and we're really excited to share with you a project that we're working on at the moment around digital strategy. Al, can you share what it is that we're doing?
I wish I knew. No, I'm just joking. It's great to have you here and chat with you, Mark. Yeah, I mean, one of the things we've talked about many times is on different individual strands where we can hopefully support and deliver improvement within a school. And if you take a step back and a further step back, it often starts with having that digital strategy, that idea of actually where we're going on a digital journey. And probably the most important questions are, what do we want to do, why, and how are we actually going to measure whether it's making a difference, that impact. And so you and I, we've sat down, we've looked at that kind of that cycle of that digital strategy and said, you know, certainly from my perspective, looking at it from a school leadership perspective, from whether it's trust governance in the local school, for many schools, the conversation starts with finance. And I think we're both very much taking the view that actually there are many stakeholders that shape that digital strategy. It has to start with the teaching staff and the students within the classroom and what we're trying to achieve. But from that, it also shapes the contribution from other stakeholders. And so the digital strategy guide that we're producing together is very much that kind of collaborative piece to give away as an extra resource for school leaders, staff to say, you know, here are some of the questions to ask, some of the things you might be wanting to consider. I'm sure in many cases, school leaders will say, yes, absolutely, that's the kind of things we're already asking. Some questions from a governance point of view to challenge and support about why we're doing things. And making sure the decisions aren't about the short-term sticky plaster. We've got a limited amount of budget this year. What do you want to buy? And very much the strand that I know is very close to your heart is looking at that bigger picture about where are we trying to go with it all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting you're talking about the sort of tail wagging the dog type thing before there were finance as well, as was highlighted recently in the digital summary report from the Education Endowment Foundation. They're talking about, you know, EdTech deployments, when you look at them, work best when you start from an identified need.
Absolutely.
You know, and if you can build yourself around that, frame it, think about how that's going to last over a long period of time, not just over one sort of annual cycle with your accounts, then actually you're going to start thinking about how you can spread that stuff and make an impact over time rather than it being one particular thing. So I'm really excited to get this strategy out there so people can sort of learn from our experiences and have sort of bigger impact with their EdTech in their schools.
Absolutely, and it's kind of nice timing. We're aligning part of that kind of message alongside the Ofsted framework, you know, that identification and then implementation and then the most important of all, which is impact. And it's always easier to move forward when you can evidence impact, the right kind of impact. So it's lovely to be collaborating with you, and I think together I'm quite excited. It's a document that, you know, will add value personally to me and things that I can take back to my trust and other schools, but I hope it's something that everybody will find something within it that they'll enjoy. And also it's the catalyst then for others to hopefully contribute and add some other ideas to that as part of the ongoing process.
Yeah, and what I'm really excited about as well is this thing around impact. Often you see people sort of wanting any kind of impact with EdTech to be around results or standards. But actually there are loads of qualitative things, things around well-being and sort of reducing teacher workload. All these sort of things can have a huge impact on the success of a school and whatnot. And so it's going to be really good sort of talking about different ways in which we can see impacts from technology as well, not just from supporting raising of standards.
I think that's one of the most important statements, because often, depending on who's driving that project and that view, one of the challenges is always about what the measure of impact is. And is it specifically student outcomes? Is it about well-being, teacher workload, balance, the opportunity to broaden the educational experience? There are so many different values depending on where you sit. And one singular voice shouldn't take priority over others. So I think this is a really exciting way to kind of pull those strands together and see how many questions we come up with as well as answers.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. So look, you know, we're a pretty good way through the project at the moment. When do you think we might better sort of see copies of this sort of being able to get into people's hands?
Well, I think we're aiming at the moment, allowing for a bit of colouring in that we need to do in a few of the pictures. But we're looking for something hopefully produced in September. So that's the aim. And as part of our our ongoing process. I think you and I will be giving away lots of free copies at Bet 2020 in January together as well, won't we?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic event, and I'm aware that there's some other broadcasts. You've been talking with Henry Platten about plans for NetSupport at Bet, but I don't want to give too much away. But I'm really looking forward to sort of sharing what it is that we're all going to be getting up to. It's looking like another fantastic event.
It's going to be great, and I think like everything that's evolving, it's about sharing those ideas and support on all different types of mediums, including radio. But it's number one is sharing, and we built that foundation last year with our education stage that we had as part of our stand. And of course, Bet 2020 will be bigger and better than ever. So looking forward to it.
Super job, brilliant. Well, listen, thank you for tuning in. Look forward to being able to share the strategy document with you when it's all completed. Thank you for joining me on the radio today as well, Al, and thank you to you for listening in. Cheers.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Cameron. And I'm Izzy. We're from Westwood Radio, and we'd like to thank our friends at NetSupport for all their support.
And we'd like to wish everyone a very successful Bet 2020.